Hey. There we go. Where is it? There. Oh, no. Pretty much need to. There we go. That's good. Perfect. Release notes. Cool. Okay. Create new Java project. We're not doing Java, we're doing Python, obviously. Why would I ever do that? Make sure Python's installed on Visual Studio Code. That'd be ideal, you know? It is installed. Wait, no, it's not. Is it? I wanted to install it. I think I had Java installed. Well, at least my stream's working. That's a good thing. Yeah, I have Java installed for this. I'm not even sure why. Wait, I think it was because I planned on trying Java, but then I realized Java is harder than Python, and I don't feel like learning Java, so I'm not doing it. But Python's simple. It's more simple. Like, I have all these installed, even though I don't really care. I don't. I don't want. Well, I don't have that. I have this though, but I don't need it because I'm not doing Java anymore. Okay, so at least we're now done with that, and I have all these things. I have Python. I have all of these. I think I got all the things I need. Just setting everything up. Okay. Python for VS Code, don't need that. It even has 2 stars, but the one Microsoft has 4 stars. Okay. I think I got it. I think I'm good. now that I have that, I can why is there two new file things? I'm gonna create a folder. See, is there a Python folder here? Games. Close enough. I don't even know what's in games. Games. Who would have thunk? Okay, I'm gonna open that folder. Alright. Yes, I trust the authors. I'm the author. I created that folder. New file. What does it need to be? So I need to make like main.python or main.py. Wait, new file, Python file, and I want to rename this. Or not. Wait. New file that I can name Python main.py. Alright, there we go. I'm not really used to Visual Studio Code. I never really used it before, but looks like I can make my very first Pygame instance. So I'm just gonna copy all this and see if it actually runs first. There's always a chance I won't, but it looks like I don't see any problem with it. Right, so it does work. It doesn't do much. It just makes 4 squares. If event k backspace game on equals false. So there's a variable named game on, and game on means that the game is running. And if it's not, if you press K, it will make it not running, then it'll close. That's what I'm getting from this. If event key down equals alright, so that's pretty simple. Don't worry, we'll learn a lot more about how to make an object move, how to add animation effects, button music, and much more in the new text in the next few articles. But for now, let's understand this basic code, which contains all the necessary Pygame elements. Import Pygame, which is at the top, and from pygame.locals import. In the first few lines, we import Pygame and pygame.locals, which is necessary to do before using any module in Python. Okay, so if you ever want to write something, you have to include Pygame and this. Easier access to key coordinates. Alright. Sprite, surf, and rect. I think I know what sprite is in rect. Obviously, I know what sprite is. And rect is just like the the dimensions pretty much, the size, whatever. I'm not sure about surf though. Sprite is just a 2D object that we draw on the screen. Okay, we can use them by extending the sprite class. I knew that. Surfaces are like blank sheets of paper on which we draw. Our screen object is also a surface. They can hold images as well. Rectangle areas that we define on a surface. Alright, so rectangle, surf, and sprite. Note, we are using RGB format of color coding in which we can form different colors by giving red, blue, and green color values in the range of 0 to 255. So this part is right there. Yeah. A tuple of 0, 0, 0 is the color black, as there is no color present, and a tuple of 255, 255, and 255 is the color white. In our code, we are extending the sprite class so that we can use surfs and rects to draw our squares. We have made a surface of dimension 25 by 25 pixels and filled it with a color 0, 200, 255. Alright, so that's that. So each square is 25, and each square is filled with the color blue, which is 0, 200, 255, but it's a different shade of blue. Because there's I believe a little bit of green in there. There's quite a lot of green in there. Because it's red, green, blue. There's a lot of blue, like 100, whatever. A third of blue, and like a little bit less than a third of blue. So like 1.75 out of 3. We'll say that. Alright, pygame.init. Oi. That's some code in it. That's pretty bonkers in it. The above lines of code initialize pygame using the command pygame.init, which is necessary to use a pygame module commands. After that, we define our screen object and its dimensions in pixels. Then in the next lines, we initialize our 4 squares. Okay, game loop. The most important part of the game development code is the game loop. This loop continuously runs in the background until the user ends the game or the game is over. Right now, our game loop is not much to look forward to. It only tracks 2 basic events. We can add more events according to the game state. User input to remember here that the game loop must end after some condition, else the user will be stuck in the game loop forever. Alright, that's bad. Blit and flip. Blit keyword is used to draw a surface on another surface. In simple words, when we draw a surface, we just split it onto some other surface. Flip. It is used to update the entire screen after everything is drawn. Remember that the flip only works after drawing all the necessary surfaces, otherwise it will update nothing. Okay, so that's this part right there. 5 or 10:35 or wherever I started. In the above lines of code, first we blit 4 squares on the screen, then we flip to make them appear. Alright, so if you want things to show on the screen, you need to wait. Oh, it's down here. Alright, so you blit all of them here. This is where that is. That's there. So you blit the 4 squares onto the screen at different places, and you flip them to make them display. Alright, we already read that. Alright, next. Wait, I want to find that out. Or I won't, because it's not loading. Alright. In order to play music audio files in Pygame, pygame.mixer is used. don't really care about that, really. Now, I could either be using Pygame or another one called Arcade, but I don't feel like doing Arcade because it's a little more complicated and less known. Like there's Arcade versus Pygame. Arcade apparently runs better and it has better like stuff, but Pygame is more well documented. Like here's the same website for Geeks. Pygame library. There's a new module, Arcade Library. Pygame is a new module designed blah 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 till 2000. It was a community project. Later on, it was developed under open source. Folk license. Pygame is portable and its code is compatible with blah 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 blah. Arcade is works for Python 3.6 and above only. It tries to cover most of the functionality that were not supported by Pygame. This also uses computer graphics and sound lights. It was developed by Paul. Arcade needs support for OpenGL 3.3 plus. It's built on top of OpenGL Pyglet, and Pyglet, and is compatible with Windows, Linux, and Mac OS X. It is also possible to create open source freeware, shareware, and commercial games with it. Okay. So this one uses OpenGL. This one uses newest and older versions of SDL2. There's new features of Python 3 like decorators and type hinting. Supports Python 2 and Python 3. So this is more supported too. Supports animated sprites. Doesn't support animated sprites. That's the only bad thing. But I'm not trying to make a amazing game. I'm just trying to make a game that works. Because I have never done that before with Python. The only one that I have done is if I copied a code from, because I've tried Arcade and I've copied a code from that to work with that, and that worked. But it wasn't that much of a game. But it's fun. Apparently, Arcade's better to do see bigger community, runs on CPU, runs on GPU. It's funny because my GPU and my CPU are the same thing. Because I have whatever it is, integrated graphics. I don't even know why it came with this computer. Like, it's not that good. This can't be deployed on Android, this can. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna stick with Pygame, and maybe next stream or whatever I'll try out Arcade again. I didn't personally like it that much. Then again, it wasn't that much, but I wasn't really a fan of it. I already did that. Alright, so I'm here, I did this. Next one. So, there's 7 basic steps to displaying text on Pygame window. Number 1, create a display surface object using display.set_mode method of Pygame. Create a font object using any phony.font. That sounds stupid, but I guess it's true. Create a text surface object, i.e. surface object in which text is drawn on it, using render, whatever it is, parentheses, method of Pygame font object. Hold on one sec. I went to get a drink in, clear my throat a little bit. Create a rectangular object for the text surface object using get_rect method of Pygame text surface object. We'll set the position of the rectangular object by setting the value of the center property of Pygame rectangular object. Copying the text surface object to the display surface object using blit method of Pygame's display surface object. Show the display surface object on the Pygame window using the display. Wait, so yeah, I'll find out later. Alright, so instead of actually just copying this down, I'm just gonna, I guess, just pretty much copy it down, except a little different. I'm gonna type it this time. Pygame.init white equals 255, 255. Blue equals 0, 0. X equals 400. Y equals 400. Oops. 400. Display underscore surface equals pi game dot display dot set underscore mode x y. Pygame dot display dot set underscore caption show font equals Pygame dot font dot font free sans bold dot ttf 32. Hope I don't have to I'm not doing geeks for geeks. True green blue text rect equals text dot get underscore rect text rect dot center equals x slash slash 2 y slash slash 2. What? How to get over there? How does that happen? Text underscore rect slash. Oh, that's why. While true display into a surface dot fill white. Display underscore surface dot blit text rect. For event in pygame dot event dot get Alright. If event dot type equals pygame dot quit pygame dot quit pygame dot display dot update. So if I didn't make any mistakes, that should work, but I highly doubt it. Why is that there? There we go. Now if I did it right. For where? Line 29. For event in pygame dot event. I don't see what I did wrong here. That's the problem. Wait a minute. I didn't do anything wrong here. What if I just copy this all down? Will it work? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Watch this. if I copy this all down, do that. Oh, look at that. It works now. And this doesn't work. It's in here. Pi. I put a comma there. There we go. Now it works. Try that. Awesome. So that was my mistake. I didn't write anything wrong. I just put a comma there instead of a period. Which is understandable because the comma button is right next to the period button, so it kind of makes sense. But anyway, scrolling the text on the top of the screen. Wait. Now we will see one of the applications of displaying the text but in different ways, that is by scrolling the text in 6 different ways on the Pi game window. So I'm going to write the same exact thing pretty much. See, I'm not doing that. So I'm probably not going to use this. But it's cool to see. Like, that's a lot of code that I don't feel like writing. But, oh, that's so... It runs, like, really badly. Let's try it now. Well, it's sort of cool, but I don't really care about that. I just want to know how to put an image on the screen. So I'm just going to do this. Once again. So I don't have geek.jpg, but I would like to get I have a photo, don't I? Here, I just put I'll put my thumbnail up there. There we go. Coding with Python 2.png. It's probably not gonna work, but yeah, that's what I thought. What do I have to put this in between every one? No. I'm just gonna change the name Python.png. Now let's see if that works. Alright, it can't load the PNG file. Alright, PNG to JPEG. My stream's doing... That's not doing too bad. It's actually pretty good right now. PNG to JPEG. I expect nobody to use PNG to JPEG because JPEGs are just worse. Just the PNG or the JPEG. That's the PNG. We want that JPEG. So the JPEG. Or not. No such file or directory. Users, documents, What are you talking about? What do I have to... Copy as path. Do I have to really do this? So now will this work? It does it. Except the window is a little too small. I have to make the window bigger. Or not. 0. Oh. Cool. What? Cool. Is it now? I'm not sure why it's full screen now. cool. This isn't really helping me though, because I'm trying to learn how to make a game. I'm starting to realize that. Just waiting to see if there's actually important and useful information for me. I'm listening to Spotify, by the way. Pip install pillow. This stream is like dead. Like there's nobody here. There's literally nobody. It's just me. What? Is there any... Can... Just confused. Because I can't hear myself. I don't even know. Who knows? I have an idea. I'm gonna say something in chat from my phone. That would be funny. Or not. One person watching. Ooh. Or not. One person watching. Ooh. One person watching. I have a better idea. Instead of doing this, I'm gonna do pie game making first game. This should be direct, just like this one's probably the best because it's 101 computing, obviously. It's computing 101. I can be heard, right? You guys can hear me. My mic's a little dirty, dusty. Probably because I haven't recorded a video in like a month or two. But that's just because I have a lot of things to do. And, you know. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, so you can all go away. Alright, so import the Pi. I don't even need to write that. I'm just gonna pygame.init. It means pygame.initialize. What? I don't like how it tries to. Alright, so we got all the colors. Open a window, size equals 700 by 500. Screen equals pygame.display.set underscore mode. Size pygame.display.set underscore caption. My first game. And I can write like, I'll do it after. Next one, main game loop. Carry on equals true. Clock equals pygame dot time dot clock while carry on for event in pygame period event period get if event dot type equals pygame dot quit carry on equals false. All right. Screen dot fill white pygame dot draw dot rect screen red. $55, $200, $100, $70, $0. I'm copying these two because that's just a lot. Just these two lines is a lot. No. Pygame dot display dot flip clock dot tick equals 60 pygame dot quit. It's not that. Now it should Alright, so that's what that made. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this using rectangles. So here's the part where I actually have to try. What's the quit button? I can't close it. I just can't close it. And it's doing it again. There we go. So I don't need these. What I do need is this pretty much. One, two, three, four, five. Well, actually, I only need 3. I just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. So rectangles, lines, just so I know. And I should have a green and another green and a gray. So I need to make a gray color RGB. But But if I just run it now, it should just not run. Because there's no gray. No gray yet. There will be, though. It's all like gray. It's 211 or 2. I'm gonna do 210. Equals 210, 210, 210. So why can I not do that? That's annoying. If I want to close it, I have to have Task Manager up. For some reason. So, green... I don't know what the, I don't know what these really do. 55, I'm assuming that's the X. X, Y, but I don't know. Let me just, 100. Alright, so that is the X. Task Manager. I'm gonna need to make a quit button. I think I'm gonna end the stream at like 12:30. What does carry on mean? Need to find out why that is. Because that's annoying. I don't want to have to keep opening Task Manager. I just want to press the X button and it closes. That's dumb. Pygame window won't close. running. Let's try that. While running for event in pygame.event.event.kit, if event.type equals pygame.quit, all uppercase, running equals false. That's annoying. Well, because I gotta live with it. No. This one's 0. This one is 700? Is that what the 700 by 500? Will work now. Sort of. Need to make a better green color. $34, $139, $34. So 34, 139, 34. 34, 139, 34. And the gray's right, but instead I'm gonna make the gray, instead of a Y of 100, it will be a Y of 500. Alright, there we go. It's all coming together. then it's a y of 500, so each y is going to be 500. Or, yeah. Oh, it works now? It works now. Okay. I mean, I ain't complaining. So 0, 0, and 0. Then I'm gonna make these all oh. Alright, so they work. 100 each, I think. So 0, 100, 200, 300, 400, or 500, 400, 300, 200, 100. That should work. I mean, it works. I don't... Huh? So 100 to 500, 200 to 500. Is it all to 500? I just don't know if that's the... I don't know. I don't know. What does that do? Almost there. I need one more. One more line, then I've created the thing that it wanted me to. There we go. The green's a little off. I could probably find a better green than that. That's more of a darker green. It's not that green. I could try that. That's probably not gonna be it. No, that's a little too green. I think it's gonna be lime green. Could try it. Try it. Yeah, no. So I think my 34, 120, 139, 34 is probably the best one. That's probably the closest I can get. They look pretty similar. Okay. So now that I did that, I can move on. Learning objectives. In this second tutorial on how to create a retro arcade game using Pygame, we're looking at creating our first sprite. Context, car racing game. Cool. Alright, so we gotta make another file. Car.py. Not uppercase. Car.py. And I'm just going to copy this down because I am too lazy right now. What? No. Let's go back to our main, then what? What is this? Not sure what that was. Not sure. Random. Then not that. From car, import car. Then we put the let's import the car class. There we go. Then On line 3, we have link to our Python file car.py. On line 20, we're declaring a list called all sprites list. Line 20, while running. Alright, so we can change this to car racing. Very good racing game name, you know, very good. Then all underscore sprites underscore list equals pygame dot sprite dot group. Player car equals car red 2030. Player car dot rect dot y equals 300 rect dot x equals 200. I think I'm going to copy this down. This is a little bit more easy to understand. Carry on. We're not doing carry on. Shut up. We're doing running, not carry on. Carry on. All underscores sprites underscore list dot add player car while running, not carry on. I did a lot more than I needed to. All I needed to do was these 3 lines of code. It's probably gonna look weird now. Yeah. I'm just gonna write what he does. All underscore sprites underscore list dot update screen dot fill green pygame dot draw dot rect screen gray, not with an E, 40 0 200 300 pygame dot draw dot line screen white 140 0 140, 300, 5. Then all underscore sprites list dot draw screen. Now if I did this all correctly, that's one nice car that is. That looks weird. I'm just gonna copy this all down and see if it changes anything. No. No, it doesn't. It still looks weird. I think that's all that I have time for today. I'll make sure to save this in my bookmarks, and yeah, save these, exit, and yeah, thank you for stopping by, if you did, which I'm assuming no.